Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm so glad you're joining me. Today we're going to create a card. We're creating a moose card. We're not going to make it dancing. This is called the Dancin Moose Klondike. And how cute is he? Great for winter themed cards, but we're going to add some Christmas lights behind it. So it could be, well, most likely going to be a Christmas card. But this little moose has a winter sweater, which is just adorable. It also has a scarf that you could wear. You could put them both together or individually, but he's so cute. He's dancing, but we're not going to make him dance. His legs will swing back and forth. You know, Spellbinders has, I've created a few cards where they're dancing, and I'll link them at the end. If you guys are unfamiliar with Spellbinders Dancin collections. What we're going to be creating with this, along with a new 3D embossing folder. This is called Holiday Lights. We'll be using this. The Holiday Lights 3D embossing folder comes with a, or doesn't come with it, correction, has a stencil option where it's a 3-piece set where you can color in the lights. It'll color in the base of the light and all of the lights in here. Not the strings though. We're going to leave the strings white for our background and have some blue colored lights. I think we're going to make our moose first though. So let's break out our Platinum Scout and some colored cardstock, and we'll get to doing some die cutting. Just to speed along the process, I'm going to play a little music and I will do my little die cutting with some colored cardstock that I picked out, and I'll be back when all the die cutting's done. We'll put together a moose. Okay, I have everything die cut. I zoomed in a little bit and I am ready to create this cute little moose. Okay, I'm going to use the packaging as a guide because it is helpful. Okay, first we will add this piece to the base of our moose. So let's break out our glue. Go ahead and add this to the very bottom, and it is debossed so you know where to put it. We have these little pieces to the ears, and you know what, I cut these out with white because I'm going to do some coloring with my marker. I'm going to use RV10 to color in the pinks of his ears. And the small of this piece here, there's some circles for his eyes. And then rather than die cutting out another set, I want the larger one is the white of the eyes. The smaller one is the black of the eyes. So I'm just going to color in the smaller ones black. Okay. Let's go ahead and punch these out. These go on our ears, and again there's deboss so you know exactly where to put it. I don't think I could ever get tired of card making. What about you guys? I just love it. I guess it's just, I just love card making. I lost that Okay, I thought I lost the eye. What I'm going to do is punch these out right now. Add little dots of glue here. And then we will add it to our mousse face. We'll add these little pieces. You could probably add googly eyes to these too, which would be adorable. My mousse is kind of looking up. Let's change that so he's kind of looking sideways. There we go. Okay, so the face of our mousse is all done. I'm actually going to bring in my die set here because sometimes, I don't know what it is with my camera, sometimes it gets washed out. Okay, so after this guy's face is done, let me show you how cute. Oh my goodness. I actually have my pink marker. I'm gonna rosy up the cheeks. I think that's his cheeks. If not, I think it's light enough to where it's not going to be noticeable. It looks dark now, but when the alcohol dries, it'll be very faint. Okay? Okay, let's add our mousses. You know what's so cool? I love that Spellbinders is doing this. Okay, these are our, I'm going to bring in white cardstock to show you that it makes it very, very, I've been noticing Spellbinders has been doing this lately. So here's the moose's face, right? And this piece here, you can see there's holes, right? But on the antlers, actually we want to go this way with the antlers. Okay, you see these extra long pieces? Those will cover up here. So you don't have to put a piece of cardstock behind it. Spellbinders does it for you. I've said it before, and I always say that Spellbinders' dies are always so well thought out. Just love that. From the little the dots at the top of the flowers to stuff like this. And you just follow along to where you know exactly where to put your antlers. So cute. After we have this done, I'm going to keep my paper out and I'll just go ahead and do my gluing on here. Let's create our sweater. We have our stripes. We're going to add glue. Okay. Here's our stripes. I went for an orange sweater. That way we can make some, I thought orange. I just love orange with winter cards. Okay. We'll add this one. I love the dotted detail on this sweater. So cute. We'll go ahead and add the sleeves. And you know what, while I put the rest of this together, so that's our sweater. Okay, we have the top part of our sweater and the bottom and the sleeves here on the cuffs. Oh my goodness, the stripes on the sweater have dots, but the collar and the cuffs and the bottom have lines. It just, little details like this make cards so extra special. And we have the cuff here. Oh goodness, I just think this is... Okay, you know what this reminds me of? Paper towels, right? So cute. That's why I love doing this stuff. Okay, we have the hands. I think these are the feet. Okay, so we're not going to use those, but we are going to use these pieces. These are the hands. So I'm just going to add glue behind here. And there's also an arm that is bent. Let me show you. So if If your moose is naked, you'd use the arms. We're not going to use those today. We're going to use the sweater. We're going to dress our moose. So we're going to add our hands. Just flip these around. Those are the hands of our moose. And then, actually I'm going to lower them a little bit. I think they look better a little bit lowered. So those are the hands of our moose. Now if you want arms on your moose's body, there's arms in here too. You see the arms? But that's for the naked moose. So I'm not gonna use those. I'm just gonna use, we're gonna cover up our moose. Okay, before we put this part together, let's make his boots. Okay, we have these. And then we have the detail pieces. We have cuffs. And then we have the front portion of the boots. When we went a while back, when I made the St. Nicholas card, there were pieces like this. And I told you guys I didn't know. I thought they went to the boots, but wasn't sure. They did go to the boots. You could see if you were to die cut it out with like a light gray and put it on the black boot of St. Nicholas, it would look like this. So, you know, hindsight's 20/20, of course. Okay, this is a arm we're not going to use, but I could put back in here. Let's add our boots to our legs. Okay, and you know what? I'm going to bring in a little bit of brown ink. I'm going to add in my finger daubers. We're going to add a little bit of ink to the edges of our moose. I'm going to use a little bit of vintage photo. Let's go ahead and we are going to add just a little bit of color. I think ideally you'd probably want to do this before you layered everything together, but we'll just add a little shading. Okay. I'm actually going to bring in my Spellbinders foam strips. I'm going to take one and I want to add it here. I'm going to remove these because I can use those on another card. Okay, I'm going to kind of guesstimate where to put this. Now, of course, you wouldn't do this if you were making your moose dancing. I'm not doing that, so I'm just going to add foam tape directly to the legs. I'm going to go ahead and add my shirt here. Okay, and then I'm going to add one more foam square because I want my moose head a little bit higher. Another piece here to give this moose a little dimension, and I should have brought in, and I'm going to bring in my release paper here. I'm going to trim down a piece of my release paper and I'm going to put it behind here just so it doesn't stick. Okay, I can move this, and I guess I didn't need the body, so now I'm going to add my moose's head, and I'm going to tilt it. You know, I love doing this. I love tilting. But I need to trim this down a little bit. Okay. And that is my moose, which is so, oh, you know what? I didn't even know if I could fit him on my card base. Hang on. We might have to shorten his legs. You know, I'm known for that. Okay, he's too tall. So we can make a slim line. No. So we're going to make a 5 by 7. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to bring in my cardstock. We're going to bring in the paper trimmer. I'm going to put it at 5 inches. This is my scoring blade. We'll score it. This is how I like to do it. And then I'll put it down here and we will trim. And I have to open this up for my 7-inch mark. And we will trim. And we're going to make a 5 by 7 today. That'll be fun. And the nice thing is our embossing folder and stencil, it's going to work perfectly for this. Yes, I think this is going to work great. Okay, let's go ahead, put this, we're going to put these away, and then we're going to work on our background. So this is my card base, okay, and then I have a panel. This panel is a 1/4 inch smaller than my card base, so I have a we're kind of framing it, okay. I'm going to take this panel, and this one measures, my card base is 5 by 7, so this one is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, we're going to bring in our embossing folder, and I'm going to emboss this panel. I will be right back. So this is our embossed panel. You can see how 3D it is. I just love it. Now we're going to take our stencil, and again, this is a 3-piece stencil set. And we're going to first, okay, I think we're covered. Okay, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to tape this down. You could use pixie spray if you want, but I'm just going to tape this so it doesn't go anywhere. I'm using my best ever craft tape sparingly. This is all I have left. I have to order some more. Okay, so we taped down. I'm going to use gray ink. I'm going to use my Distress Oxide ink. I have Hickory Smoke. I'm going to add some ink, and I'm going to just go over. Oh my goodness, this looks so cool, because you know what? All of the, I love this. It's picking up the debossed detail. How cool is this? Okay, so this is covered. After we have this done, I'm going to remove this along with my tape. And then we're going to add one set of lights. That looks so, so neat. I went ahead and add my second layer. Now you would think that this would shimmy in there, but it doesn't. I just want to say that because it only has half of the bulbs in here. This is the other half. So it's kind of raised up a little bit. So you want to make sure that you tack this down, or you could even use a grit mat if you wanted to. Now I'm going for different colors of blues and greens for my background. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of mix and matching with my oxide inks. These are actually all of the colors that I have that I wanted to use. Lots of green family. We have Evergreen Bough. We have Tumbled Glass, Prize Ribbon, Mowed Lawn, and Salty Ocean. What I'm going to do is mix and match. I want a lot of light and maybe a green. These two I'm going to save for my next panel, but these we're going to mix and match on here. So I have my blending tool. For my background, I didn't want my mousse to get lost. So what I did was create 2 sets, one gray, one white, of arches. These are the Spellbinders Arch Label and Tag die set. I thought we'd create some Rocky Mountains in the back. So our mountains are going to be gray, and then I'm going to take my white arches and we're going to create snow caps. And all I'm going to do is draw some squiggly lines like this, and they don't have to be perfect, but these are going to be my mountain caps. That was the middle one. Okay, and then we'll take this one, do the same thing. Kind of crooked, but I'm going to roll with it because snow-capped mountains are not perfect. Okay, there's that one. And then we'll do the larger one. I think the larger one will be a little bit easier. I'm going to droop this one down a little bit more. There we go. Kind of looks like ice cream. Maybe I have ice cream on the brain. Okay. I think it's going to be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and add these to the center, like so. Now, all I have to do is add, well, now I'm going to add a little more dimension to my mousse. So to do that, I'm going to bring in some thinner foam strips. I'm going to add those because we got some skinny mousse legs. We're going to add it here. And I'm actually going to add it to the mousse's antlers too. I'm just going to remove the release paper, and I did add extra layers to the antlers, so everything is going to be nice and flush. Now I like a lot of dimension on my cards, but you guys don't need all this dimension. For my greeting, I'm using a pre-made greetings. They came from these reverse sentiment strips from Simon Says Stamp. I'll link them down below. But I chose Sending Christmas Hugs. And I'm going to place this right in the middle. Actually, I'm going to place this at the bottom of my mountains. So I need to put foam tape on the left and the right. We'll bring back those foam strips. I have my Spellbinders Color Essential Gems. This is Opal. And I think we're going to add some snowballs in the background. We don't need too many, just a couple. Just a little bit of snowball. And then I'm bringing in my diamond Stickles because I need some sparkle on this snowflake that's on our mousse's sweater here. And that finishes my card today. I think it's a fun wintry Christmas card. 5x7. Don't make those too often, but I just love the size of this mousse. And of course, if you wanted him to dance, you could just move the sentiment, maybe cut it in 3 parts, and then create a dancing mousse with it. But thanks for joining me. Have a fabulous day. We will see you again real soon for another card making project. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. And by the way, I want to say I appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.